Sometimes it feels like the world we live in is limiting our choices. "2020 has left many people jobless, governments have shut down entire cities and countries, economies have come crashing down. But one movement stands as a unique symbol of choice. Remote work. My name is Jordan Carroll, aka the Remote Job Coach. I help people land remote jobs so they can find more freedom and flexibility of choice in their lives. But freedom and flexibility can look very different depending on the person. It could mean working from home and being able to spend more time with your family or working next to your pets every day. It could mean hopping from cafe to cafe, finding the best local coffee spots with fast Wi-Fi. Or it could even mean traveling the world and living in different countries while working remotely. At the end of the day, remote work offers freedom and flexibility because the ultimate form of choice is a lifestyle not defined by work. I found my first remote job on Craigslist as a telemarketer in 2013 when I was in my second senior year of college. Now, I didn't enjoy being a remote telemarketer, and I did what I could to escape my reality. I found myself squeezing in hour-long call blitzes between a full-time university course load, 2 other part-time jobs, and making embarrassing rap videos with my dog. Little did I know upon graduating that the remote work movement would become the most impactful cultural phenomenon in my life. And I'm clearly not the only one. Since the pandemic started, there's been an 87% increase in the number of remote working Americans. An estimated 1 in 4 will be working remotely in 2021. And the world is becoming more accepting of remote work, with countries like Barbados, Dubai, and Estonia, just to name a few, who have introduced digital nomad visas to encourage people to come live and work remotely there. Now, back to my remote story. Since that remote telemarketing job in 2013, I've worked remotely for the better part of a decade for a Fortune 50 tech firm, a remote first travel company, and multiple other startups and my own businesses. But it wasn't always an easy journey for me. I struggled at times with depression, my health, substance abuse, and the learning curve of remote work. In the depths of my most difficult times, I truly felt alone, and working remotely became a great excuse to sleep for entire days at a time, to work until my eyes couldn't see, or isolate myself completely from others. See, remote work really isn't for everyone, and the type of freedom it provides can also be the noose that hangs you. It's hard for some people to deal with an environment where there's no clear distinction between work life and personal life. So if you're out there, you're watching this, you're trying to make the transition to be remote, you have to honestly assess if it's right for you. You have to want it, and it requires hard work. But by obtaining locational independence, your life can change forever. It definitely changed mine. As someone from the US, I've been fortunate enough to live in 15 different countries the past 3 years, and in January of 2020, I decided to permanently move to Mexico. I had visited and lived in multiple cities in Mexico in 2018 and 19 for weeks or months at a time, but I'm finally excited to call it home for the foreseeable future. There are a lot of reasons I chose Mexico, but the more important part of this story was my ability to choose, and that's why I love remote work. It's given me the choice, even in the face of a global pandemic, to live in Playa del Carmen, where I can create a life filled with the gifts of Mexican culture. Whether that's eating way too many tacos from Los Tarascos, where an order of 5 quickly turns to an order of 10, or drinking aguas frescas, loaded with a bounty of fresh tropical fruits for just $1. Spending hours of my morning at the park playing basketball with both locals and friends from other countries who come to visit for months at a time. Or learning Mexican slang from my boxing coach as he whoops my ass in his backyard gym. Because of remote work, I've met thousands of connections around the world and joined communities like Nomad Crews, Remote Year, Running Remote, Nomads Giving Back, and more. It's given me the freedom to prioritize mornings at the beach with my partner, to read, meditate, journal, before I even need to open my computer. Remote work is far more than just the ability to work away from an office. It's afforded me all these amazing privileges. It's given me the choice to build work around my lifestyle goals. But that's just my story. Remote work isn't about copying my path. It's not about living in Mexico or traveling to different countries. It's about you. It's about your ability to choose as well. See, those who were working remotely before the global pandemic likely had the least amount of change. And now that remote work has accelerated in adoption by a decade, it's changing what's possible for all of us. What choices will remote work unlock for you?